Accountancy. In last class we have discussed up to topic number 7C, that was regarding balancing of accounts, that means how the ledger accounts are balanced. Now today I will be explaining two more points, that is 7D and 7E. 7D is regarding classification of ledger accounts and 7E is regarding trial balance. Okay. So first 7D, classification of ledger accounts. There are three main types of ledger accounts. That means all the ledger accounts has been categorized into three main categories. These three main categories are personal accounts, personal ledger, general ledger and private ledger. In personal ledger, we maintain the accounts of debtors and creditors. Okay. So the debtors and creditors personal accounts are maintained here. Debtor means the parties to whom goods are sold on credit, and creditors means the parties to from whom the goods are purchased on credit. So a business concern may have a large number of debtors. Similarly, a business concern may have a quite large number of creditors. So all the accounts of debtors and creditors are maintained in personal ledger. Say Ram account, Shyam account, Gupta account, Sharma account, Verma account, PK Enterprise account, Verma Stores account, etc., etc. That means all the accounts of persons, companies, firms, etc. are maintained under personal ledger. Second group is general ledger. Here we have to maintain real accounts and nominal accounts. You know what are real accounts? Real accounts are the accounts of assets and properties, say building account, machinery account, furniture account, etc. And nominal accounts are the accounts of expenses, losses, incomes and gains, say profit and loss account, trading account, commission received account, discount received account, interest paid account, discount allowed account, rent account, salary account. A large number is there. So we have to maintain real accounts and nominal accounts under the general ledger. And last one is private ledger. In private ledger, the accounts of proprietors or partners are mainly maintained. That means capital account of proprietor, drawings accounts of proprietor and partners current accounts, all these are maintained in private ledger. So these are the three categories of ledger where various accounts are maintained, that is personal ledger, general ledger and private ledger. So this was topic number D, that means regarding classification of ledger accounts. Now topic number E, that is regarding trial balance. Now after passing the entries into journal and after making the posting from journal to ledger, we need to check whether we have done everything correctly or not. That means up to ledger posting and up to balancing, whether our activity is correct or not. Okay. To check that arithmetical accuracy of records, we need to prepare a statement. That statement is called trial balance. So it is written that after recording the transactions in the books of prime entry, that means after recording the books in journal and posting them to the books of final entry, that means after posting the entries from journal to ledger and balancing the accounts, a statement of ledger account balances is prepared on the last date of every month to check the arithmetical accuracy of records. It means trial balance is prepared every month on the last date of the month, say on 31st January, on 28th February, on 31st March, etc. So every month we need to prepare a trial balance on the closing date. Why? To check the arithmetical accuracy of records. That means whether we have passed the entries correctly in journal, whether we have made the posting correctly in ledger, and whether we have balanced the accounts properly. This statement is called trial balance. Trial balance will be discussed or explained in detail later in a separate chapter. That means we will be doing, after few weeks, we will be doing a separate chapter on trial balance. But it is introduced here to explain the process of journalizing, posting, balancing and checking of accuracy of the records till the preparation of ledger accounts. That means to check our work till the preparation of ledger account, whether everything is going correctly or not, we need to prepare a trial balance. Now I am going to explain you one illustration number 17 to explain the whole process. That means how to pass entries in journal, how to make posting to ledger, how to balance the accounts, and how to prepare the trial balance. So illustration number 17 is the total process of recording up to checking step. So illustration number 17. This is record the following transactions in journal, post them into ledger accounts, and prepare a trial balance at the end of month, that is on 30th April. It means that the transaction of 1 month are given here. Say April 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, 21, 25, 29 and 30. So few transactions are given from April 1 to April 30, and you are asked to pass the entries, journal entries for all these transactions. That means record the transaction through journal, then to make the ledger posting and to prepare a trial balance. Today we shall discuss only journal. That means how to pass the entries in journal, and next day we shall try to understand how ledger posting is done, how balancing is done, and how trial balance is prepared. So today up to journal. Now the transactions are: number 1, started business with cash rupees 20,000 and bank balance rupees 60,000. That means businessman is starting business with cash 20,000, bank balance 60,000. So here cash is coming, bank balance is coming. From where? From the proprietor. So we have to pass entry cash account debit, bank account debit to capital account. So I have passed the entry here on 1st April, cash account debit 20,000, bank account debit 60,000 to capital account. Okay, I have not written narration here, but you have to write narration, being business started with cash and bank balance. So this is the journal entry of transaction number 1. Okay, now transaction number 2, that is on 5th April. Purchase goods from Sen for 30,000 rupees at a trade discount of 16.67% and paid 60% of the amount by check. So first of all, we have to deduct 16.67% of 30,000, and that comes to rupees 5,000. That means goods are actually not sold for 30,000. Goods are sold for 30,000 minus 16.67%, that is 5,000. So goods are purchased for 25,000. Out of that 60% is paid by check. 60% of 25,000 is 15,000. It means out of 25,000 purchase, 15,000 is by check and remaining 10,000 is on credit. So entry will be purchases account debit to bank account to Sen account. Okay, see how the entry is passed. Purchases account debit rupees 25,000, to bank account 15,000, to Sen account 10,000 on 5th of April. Again you have to write here narration, being goods purchase and part payment made by check. Okay, so this is the entry for transaction number 2, that is transaction on 5th April. Now transaction number 3, that is on 9th April. Sold goods costing rupees 20,000 at a profit of 33.33% on selling price to Roy at 15% trade discount and receive 40% of the amount in cash. This is very critical calculation. First of all, 20,000 was the cost of goods, and we have to add 33 1/3 profit on selling price. That means after adding this 33 1/3%, we will get the selling price. So if we take selling price as 100%, then this is 66.67%. So when 66.67% is 20,000, it means half of that, that is 33.33%, will be 10,000. So ultimately selling price will be 20,000 plus 10,000, that is 30,000. Now you can confirm whether 33.33% of 30,000 is 10,000 or not. So we know by calculation that 33.33% of 30,000 is 10,000. So goods worth rupees 20,000, goods costing rupees 20,000 are actually sold for 30,000 to Roy at 15% trade discount. So first of all, we shall deduct 15% of 30,000. 15% of 30,000 is 4,500. So after deducting 4,500, the net sales become 25,500. So 25,500 is the sale. Of that we are getting 40% in cash. So 40% of 25,500 is, as per my calculation, is 10,200. So the entry will be cash account debit 10,200, raw account debit 15,300 to sales account 25,500. This is the total sales. How this came? 30,000 minus 15%. 30,000 minus 4,500. Out of that 40% is received in cash. So 40% of this is 10,200 and remaining 60% is 15,300. So this is cash sale, this is credit sale. We have to pass cash account debit, raw account debit to sales. Okay, again you have to write narration. Being goods sold for cash and on credit. This is the posting of third entry, that means entry on 9th. Now entry on 13th. Return goods to Sen worth rupees 3,000, list price. Now list price means the price at which goods are purchased from Sen. See, we have purchased goods from Sen. How much? 30,000 minus 16.67%. That means goods were purchased for 25,000. Okay, sorry, 20,000, 25,000. See here, it is 25,000. Purchase account debit to bank to Mr. Sen, 25,000 purchase. Out of that, we are returning goods for 3,000. Now, when we have purchased goods for 30,000, we have recorded 25,000. So similarly, when we return the goods for 3,000, we have to write 2,500. That means we shall deduct trade discount also here. How much trade discount? We have purchased goods for 30,000 at a trade discount of 16.67. So here we are returning goods rupees 3,000. So 16.67% of 3,000 is, in my opinion, 500. So actually goods are returned for 2,500. So the entry will be Sen account debit to return outward account 2,500. How this came? 3,000 minus 16.67%. 16.67 is actually 1/6. So 1/6 of 3,000 is 500. So the net is 2,500. 3,000 minus 500 is 2,500. Okay. Sen account debit to return outward on 13th April. Similarly, here 17th of April, Roy returned goods worth rupees 5,000 catalog price. Now remember, from Roy we have purchased goods for how much? From Roy we have purchased goods for 30,000. How 30,000? 20,000 plus 33.33%. That means 1/3. 1/3 of not these, 1/3 of selling price. That means half of cost price. So actually selling price was 30,000 and there was 15% trade discount. So here we are returning goods, Roy is returning goods to us, that is actually sales return 5,000. So of that we have to deduct 15%. 15% of 5,000 is 750. So when we deduct 750 from 5,000, we get this figure. So the entry will be return inward account debit to Roy account. This is on 17th April. How this figure is coming? 5,000 minus 15%. 15% of 5,000 is 750. You have to calculate very quickly. And remaining is 4250. Now, others are easy transaction. On 21st April, receive a check of rupees 3,000 from Ghosh for commission. Now here we are receiving a check. So first of all, we have to debit bank account. But what account shall be credited? Whether we shall credit Ghosh account or whether we shall credit commission account. Remember, when the name of some income is given, we have to credit the income, not the person from whom the income is received. So Ghosh will not be retained. We will write here to commission account. So our entry will be bank account debit to commission account. See, the entry is bank account debit to commission account 3000 on 21st April. Okay, so this is the entry for commission received by check, and I have assumed here that check has been deposited into bank at the same time. Okay, now then 25th, paid salary 9000 and rent 6000. We are paying two expenses, salary 9000, rent 6000. That means we will debit these two accounts, salary account debit, rent account debit, and to cash account, because nothing is mentioned here, so we can assume that both the expenses are paid in cash. So salary account debit 9000, rent account debit 6000, to cash account 15000. See, here entry is passed. Salary account debit 9000, rent account debit 6000, to cash account 15000 on 25th April. We have to write narration here, being salary and rent paid by cash, paid in cash. Okay, then next transaction is drew cash rupees 7500 and goods costing rupees 2500 for personal use. So whenever the businessman draws cash or goods, we have to debit drawings account. So our entry will be drawings account debit this plus this. Drawings account will be debited by 10,000. This plus this is coming to 10,000. So drawings account debit 10,000. See here, drawings account debit 10,000. To cash we are drawing 7500 and goods we are drawing 2500. For cash withdrawal we have to write to cash account, but for goods withdrawal we have to write to purchases account. So it is drawings account debit 10,000, to cash account 7500, to purchases account 2500. So this is the entry for this transaction on 29th. Okay, when the goods and when the cash and goods are drawn by the proprietor. So cash is drawn and goods are drawn. Drawings account debit to cash account to purchase account. Now last one is very important. Here actually there are two transactions. Receive a check from Roy for 6000 in settlement of 6050 and endorse the same check to Sen in settlement of 6100. That means first we shall pass the entry for check received and then we shall pass entry for check endorsed. For check received, it is sure that check is not deposited into bank, because checks we are going to endorse. It means check is not deposited into bank, so we cannot debit bank account here. We have to debit checks in hand account debit. So it is checks in hand account debit 6000 and it is received in settlement of 6050. That means 50 we are not receiving. This 50 will be called discount allowed. So we will debit discount allowed debit 50,000. So checks in hand account debit 6000, discount allowed account debit 50,000 to Roy, because all these things are happening from Roy. That means Roy is giving the check. So Roy will be credited. Roy is our debtor. Now he is credited here because he is paying. So checks in hand account debit, discount allowed account debit to Roy account 6050. Now remember one thing, the same check we are endorsing to Sen in settlement of 6100. That means our creditor Sen is settled for 6100 by paying him only 6000. So we will debit Sen by 6100. So I have debited Sen account debit 6100. Sen account debit 6100. Two checks in hand 6000. Remember, for whatever amount we have debited checks in hand, for the same amount we have to credit checks in hand. So checks in hand account is credited 6000 and remaining is 100. That 100 will be treated as discount received. So the entry will be Sen account debit 6100, two checks in hand account, two discount receive account. Now here we have to write entry, write narration that check received and discount allowed, and here you have to write the narration as check endorsed and discount received. I have not written the narration, you have to write the narration, and these both transactions are taking place on 30th April. So you have to write the date 30th April. Okay, so this is how to make transaction from journal. Now for ledger account and trial balance, we will do on next day. That means on next page I have solved ledger accounts and I have given trial balance. Okay, thank you.